What's up, guys? Getting all my stuff set up here for you.
Good morning.
Whoa.
I had to check to make sure it's still morning time.
Give or take, right?
Always.
Try to wait another minute too. Let everybody else get in here. Bingo. All right. There we go. Well, cool. Well, this will be cool, guys. Three or four people on a call. This would be nice. So let's do some digging. Oh, let's see what you guys got. I have a deal that we just closed on, and then we actually sold it before the rehab is done. And so I will show you the guys that deal if we have time. But since this is such a small call, like let's just go around the horn and let's just all talk. So check in with each other. Dustin, you want to go first, man?
Sure. Yeah, we've kind of put a couple different bids in, haven't gotten anything yet, so we're still trying to close on our first um, out here in Memphis. I did partner with a wholesaler that's actually out of New Jersey, um, and he's starting to funnel me a few things before it goes out to his masses. Um, So he
That's
just
cool.
sent me one for 105 out here, but I got to look at the comps on it. I think it's a little high because he has it listed online as retail. So he said he's willing to pull it back off and do
Okay.
a wholesale deal or off market deal.
Okay.
Um, so looking at, I was up on the Cashflow Hunter deal finder yesterday with it, and it looks like I'd have to come in at like close to 68,000 would be the wholesale price on it. So
Where's he at on it?
I don't know where his position. If I look at let me pull up the address. I think what I looked at, I think he's about 59 probably on it, is what it was showing the last sell.
Okay. Cool. That's cool. You're getting your first looks though. Like that's the ideal state. I mean, it's ideal for them too because he don't have to deal with talking to 100 people either though.
Yeah. So we're trying to go through and then I have another wholesaler out of she's out of Boston. She's actually doing some calls for me today on a couple houses up in Millington area, which is about 15 minutes from me.
Hmm.
I was on the phone with her yesterday and just kind of was giving her an idea of my buy box, what my price range and everything was in the area. And then so we ended up going online together and looking at a few that through her sites of what she looks for. And we found a gentleman who has got about 8 properties all on the same street that he's an absentee owner and fallen behind on stuff. So she was going to give him a call to see if he's willing to A, give up his portfolio or start selling a couple off at a time.
Wouldn't that be fun? So, I bought three portfolios now, and nothing, my biggest was 22 units. So, like 22 single families. And so, nothing like, I guess that's big, but like nothing massive. But man, those can work out well because some of my friends have bought portfolios. Well, even people in here, like Chris just bought a portfolio from an apprentice in here. Like, that was kind of cool. Like, he bought an apprentice's, one of my first guys ever, Chris Gabry came in here, built a nice 40 unit portfolio, or shoot, like 50 some unit portfolio. And then Chris Champa just bought nine of his units in the portfolio. And so that was a really cool thing to do. But like sometimes with those portfolios, you can buy them like you can work it with the seller and buy like one house once you complete it, then you buy the second, complete it, and you buy the third, and you complete it, and you can buy the next ones. That worked out really well for a couple guys. I've never done that. I've always had to buy them in bulk, which usually you get a better price on, but
Yeah.
it's just a lot of work. It's a lot of work buying a portfolio. The backside of it's great financially, but it's a lot of work.
Yeah, so and she's actually it's funny because she's one of my clients. on the financial side. So,
Huh.
and she just started getting into some wholesaling. And so she's going through a program and she's like, well, I have to go through and do so many calls anyways. And I want to get this rolling on my end. And I said, well, if you go through and start getting deals, I'll start buying them off you.
That's
And
right.
so she's going to do the what is it, the bird dog?
Yeah.
She'll do a bird dog fee for me to start out. But yeah, we've kind of worked out to where if she wants to go through and start flipping more, we'll start looking at probably closer to a 5 to 10,000, but depending on the deal.
Wonderful, man.
So
Wonderful, dude. Congrats.
yeah, that's just been really what we've been focusing on is connecting with some wholesalers on getting out there and staying connected. And then we're also putting offers in on local places.
Yeah. No magic to it, man. That's what'll get the deals. So cool, man. Well, you guys are probably going to lock, if you keep doing that, like you're probably going to have, I would imagine wouldn't surprise me if you don't have one in March. And so just whenever you guys get it, or if you got one and you're like, Trav, I don't know, like, can you, send that to me and let me run it real quick. So,
Okay, we'll do.
all right, dude. Elio, let's check in with you, man.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, man?
I
Anything, whatever you want to discuss, man. So if you got questions, dude, if you got deals, like whatever you want to discuss, man, let's
All right.
rock.
So I'm almost a month in. I signed up February 16th. I'm almost finished with the 30-day training.
Okay.
Uh, I've gotten like 90% done. I jumped a little ahead and just looked at the Cash Finder AI, like Zillow type app on
Yeah.
the computer.
Yeah.
Um, so a few things. So and I also listened to the goals book on audio while I walked the other day and got to start writing that stuff down. It's a lot to digest, I feel like, but
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
All this
And
is, man, it's a lot. So just,
yeah, you know what it is? I guess like most people, it's not my world, so just taking step by step.
yeah.
So one question, and I think someone might have answered it, or you might have answered it, was what stops people from using regular banks or regular, uh, realtors,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
conventional way, I guess.
Yeah, let's talk through it. And so, what stops people from using realtors? Nothing really. You definitely can use realtors. It's just it's a low likelihood of being able to get a deal at a discount. So it happens for sure. Like, but there's just not as much opportunity or as heavy profit margins typically when you go through agents. And so that's why when you go direct to the seller of the home, you don't have that middleman in there that's kind of like chunking away at your profit on it.
No, I'm sorry. I meant
It's okay.
why do, why do people reach out to you or me or anyone?
Oh,
And
to
then,
sell the home to them?
yeah,
To
yeah.
sell their home to us?
Hmm.
Yeah, okay, dude. Now I'm with you. It's because we can buy a home cash in like 1 to 2 weeks for them. That's the biggest thing. Like we provide speed and convenience, and therefore they give us a discount on the price of it. And so when people have think of when somebody has inherited a home. And so maybe someone in here has, or someone watching, but like our best buys typically come from tired landlords, people who are just fed up, they're done, or they are inherited properties. And so if it's inherited property, that means mom or dad probably just passed away. They got this whole mess they're trying to sort through for them. And they Google, how do I sell this house or how do I sell this house fast? And that's where Elio pops up. And then you're able to remove like the number one biggest burden that they're going to have from them. The house needs work. They don't have the money. They don't have this. They don't have that. They don't have the time to put into it. And you can just buy it from them. And therefore, you being able to do that, you get it at a discount. And it makes total sense to everybody because, hey, you want this gone in a few weeks or a month? Like, you can't do that going to an agent at all, ever ever. It will take a long time and you're going to have to do a ton of work to the home. And so, and do you have the money to do that? Usually not. And so you guys do though. And so, and you guys may have not raised capital yet, so don't let that like bug you. Like we'll take care of that piece for you. But like that's why sellers come to us, man. Speed, convenience, easy money.
That's that sounds about right. And also too, like, so I know in like I live in New Jersey, and I'm from New York, and that used to be like a 90-day close for realtors. And over here, it's 30 days around there. Um, is that still with seller finance and like but you us buying homes cash? It speeds it up.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. The fact I bought a home in 3 days.
Wow.
So a seller called me, and 3 days later, I was closing an attorney's office, taking the deed. That's the fastest we've ever bought one.
All right. And I
Yes.
guess my last question I have is, and it's part of the training also. So the way you make money is
Okay.
basically wholesaling, fix and flip, owner finance, and I think there was one more you were discussing,
Maybe rentals or lease
rentals.
options.
Okay. All right.
There's more. There's more, but just start with those. So
Mm-hmm.
the
Got it.
hey Ilya, you asked something about a bank though. Did I answer that piece?
Uh, I yeah, I think you did. Yeah,
Did
because
I? Okay.
yeah. Yep.
Hey, these are really good questions because I know it took a couple weeks to get you on the onboarding, so I know you're just now like starting to hum through things.
Hmm.
And so these are really good questions. So keep taking it like I mean, you said it, like one day at a time, one step at a time. Just keep doing it, man. This makes sense. This compounds on itself. And it's not as difficult. I mean, anybody starting, it's not as difficult as it seems. It just seems really hard because you've never done it before. So,
It's
seems,
like everything else in life, you know?
yeah, man. Hey, walking was hard for all of you at one point.
Yep.
So,
All
cool,
right.
man.
Awesome.
Yeah, dude. Well,
Well, I
I'm,
had
I'm glad you're here too. Like, let me keep, on these calls. Like, I have a deal that we just did that um, would probably only make, your head hurt a little bit more. But I do this like on purpose. I flood you guys with information, and as long as you can handle like the heaviness of it and me coming at you, like a lot, it makes for 3 or 4 months down the road, all of this is so easy, so quick. So if I did it so much slower than by 3 or 4 months, like you're not where you need to be at by that point.
mhm.
So cool, dude. All right, brother. Keep, chiming in if you guys got stuff too. So otherwise I'll jump to Josh.
Awesome. Thank you.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. I don't have to talk at church this weekend, so I'm not super nervous. I don't know if you've had to be there any of those weekends when I got to get up there, but uh
I heard a little bit about it. I've been quite busy since about March 1st. If you catch my drift, if you've been watching the news any.
I
Uh,
bet.
so yeah, I'm glad to be on the call today. But I I'm still trying to wrap up the refinance on that rental of mine.
Okay.
I think I should see something by the end of this week, and then you guys were just talking about oh finding deals through realtors. There's one posted in Odin that I'm pretty interested in, um, and I would have to find it. But once my
You know the
refinance
address?
goes through, yes, give me just a second here. So they're asking. They just dropped it another 5,000. It needs a complete interior gut.
What's the address,
Um,
Josh? What's the address? I'll pull it up.
oh, uh, uh,
Oh, I'm sorry. You
hold on
said you were
just a
looking it
second.
up.
So,
Okay.
yeah, I got her here.
And while you're doing that, your refinance, is it still going through the same guy? Did you go to a new guy?
No, I went ahead and went through the same guy.
Okay.
Ryan is at the local bank here.
Okay. And
It
what are
is.
you what are you pulling out?
I'm hoping to pull out around 30 or 40. We'll
Oh,
just see
okay.
what the appraisal comes back as.
That's a lot, man. So that'll
I put a
work.
lot of I put a lot of sweat equity into it, so it better.
Yeah. Yeah. That's great though, man. That's a lot of money, dude. Like I don't know if you guys have personal things you're going to be paying off with that. Maybe some of it, but if
Yeah,
you can sit on, 5 grand of that, or something. Let your wife, go do her thing with the 25 of it.
I'm sure she'd love to do that.
Yeah. That's great,
Uh,
man. Okay.
it's 507 Wortby, Wortby Street, Odin, Illinois.
Nice.
So exterior, it's okay. We could probably do some gutters or something on the outside. Pressure wash that north end of the house. Um,
Wow. Look at that yard, man. That's
it's a big
big.
yard, and it's in a good part of Odin too. There's a brand new house right next to it. They just constructed. I don't know. It's been about 5 years ago or so, but it's in a good part of Odin. It needs an interior gut. So um, if I can get it low enough, I think if everything was redone on the interior, it should appraise for, I mean, close to what my other one is at 100-ish, 110. And
This is a
maybe they
double
would,
wide, ain't it?
yeah, that's
So
the one of the
that's
downsides, but
yeah, that's okay though. I mean, I thought it was a single wide when I looked at it. So there's nothing wrong with guys, mobile homes are my best deal I think that we have is a mobile home. And so like my mobile homes are the two portfolios I bought were both mobile homes, 22 unit and 16 unit, and the other one was a bunch of like triplexes or something. But they're my best cash flowing things. We have one that 13 unit portfolio or 16 unit. Um, we owe 960,000 on, and I've sold all of them on owner financing, and it's like 1.7 million that we created in equity, and so it's got 800 grand in equity and cash flows 9 grand a month. Like these mobile homes are phenomenal deals. People don't value them enough when they sell them, and then they're still worth what a stick-built home is when it goes to the market. There's some persona about them, but it's not true. So very nice, man.
yeah, I haven't looked at it too seriously and ran any numbers. I'm hoping they would take less than what they're asking, but um, it's been on the market for a while now, and if it's still sitting there whenever my money frees up, probably go try and
When's it gonna liquidate? Like when will the refi be complete? This month, next month? Like
I should be. I mean, should be hopefully by next week.
really?
I would hope so. I mean, we're just waiting on the appraisal to be completed now. So
Hey, I'm sure you see this, but like think of how this can go here. So you go refinance that house, all right? You get 30 or 40. You go buy this house for whatever number you think makes sense, okay? Because they'll probably take less. Like this needs a lot of work. Nobody wants to do that. And so
yep,
say you got this for, I don't know, 35 to 25, I'm gonna guess, is pretty easy in there.
yep,
You take that money that you just refinanced with, which is tax free. You then buy this house for cash, right? But I know you also got your father-in-law too, but let's just say it's your cash. Okay.
yep,
You take Josh's cash, you buy this house, okay, cash, fix it up, and I'd probably do the sweat equity thing again, which I know wouldn't excite you, but it'll pay
yep.
off because then go refinance this again. You're probably going to pull out every dollar you put into it and now, dude, you got two homes and you're still sitting on your 30 or 40. Like,
Yes.
you just
That,
keep doing that. Like, you just do that
yeah.
for
Until yeah,
the next 10 years.
keep doing it to where I can pay a contractor after so many of them.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you'll get there, man. And you could pay a contractor to do it now. You're just going to lose some of that 30 or 40,000, right? So
Yes.
you
Yes.
can, and I honestly, that's not a bad idea with where your family is at, like with the little ones and, excuse me, little one. And so like, it's not a bad idea, but, I
This
think,
one I
go ahead.
go ahead, Trey.
No, you go
This
ahead, bro.
one this one is the reason I would consider the sweat equity in this one is how close it is to my house. Whenever they're close, I don't have that commute time and trying to redo a house. But whenever they're far away, it's you've got to consider the contractor involved with any deals. So
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I think we did our first 10 or 12 homes ourselves. So, I mean,
okay.
we did a lot of them, man. And I don't know if we even earned any sweat equity with how bad we were with it. Because I remember we had to try to figure out who we could borrow tools from to do the job. And like, there's nothing worse than not having the right tool to do a job, like
Yeah,
drive you up the wall. So, this is
yeah.
awesome, dude.
Another thing with these mobile homes too that I like is mobile homes are kind of specific on sizing. Like the front doors are shorter, the exterior doors are shorter.
Yeah.
The bathrooms are kind of weird sometimes. And my buddy Brock, who owns that mobile home dealership north in Kimmundy, can get
Okay.
me can get I can order stuff through them to replace things that this house would need.
Yeah. Yeah. Very easy. And you get his pricing too, right? So,
Yeah, sometimes the parts are sitting in the back in the
yeah, yeah, even
backyard.
better. Even better. Uh, that's cool,
So
man. Hey, dude, this is really exciting, man, because now I think, and I'm using this as like a teaching thing, right? But like this is where, you know, this is just what you do like forever now. Like this is just you're getting your nice first payday, right? It's a refinance, so you earned it, right? You earned it, whether it's a refinance or a flip, guys, or a wholesale, like that first deal can really catalyst you all into, and not a lot of you are in markets where you can buy homes for 40,000 bucks, but it doesn't matter. It's the same, the scenarios are the same. And so Joshua just is. And so with what he's going to do, like he will take that revenue from that first house, buy house number two, and then he will pull it all out. And then he will take that revenue and then he will buy house number three once this one's fixed up. And then he will buy house number four. And it doesn't just like stay the same. Like it doesn't, his 30 or 40 grand doesn't just stay 30 or 40,000 because now he's making, he's already making 500 or 600 bucks a month on his first unit. Then he's going to tee this one up, and whether you rent it or own or finance it, now you're going to be making another 200 to 400 a month. So now you got 900 a month. Then you're going to do your third one, and then you're making 1,200 a month. Then you do your fourth one, and now you're flirting with 2 grand. Like this process and this system is mildly boring, but if you can stick with the boredom for 4 or 5 years, like you're you will only put on that uniform like if you so choose, to do so. So, you know, that's what's
that's
amazing.
that's where I'm trying to get, Travis. I'd like to take it off.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet, man. How long you been in?
I've been in for 13 years. It'll be 14 this December, so I can't quite walk away from it. But I'd like to do the like the part time, the weekender guard stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Dang, dude, you're about at 20 though, man. You
I know
like,
that's so. That's what I'm
oh,
saying though. Is if I at least do that weekend portion to get to my 20,
yeah.
I can at least get something out of it in retirement.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Might as well at this point. So it'd be great
yeah,
if you could stay out of the deployment range right now though.
Eh,
So do you have a chance
yes,
do you have
yeah.
a chance of going, or like will you most likely not?
Um, Most likely not right now. No. Now there is a large majority of my shop downrange right now, but
Yeah.
um, luckily I didn't get tapped this time. I've been enough.
Yeah. Good, man. I'm glad to hear it, dude. So,
So,
all right, brother, you got anything else on this or anything in general?
um, not that I can think of, Travis. Not right now. I just been struggling with. It's been busy for me here lately, so I don't really have anything for you right now. But I'm sure with time, if this one goes away or if I have questions on another, I'll hit you up.
Yeah. I mean, you're doing finish your refi at whatever time frame that home comes. You'll either buy this one or you'll buy the next one. So, like, you're doing what you should do, man. So,
Uh,
well
I
done.
appreciate it, Travis.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. All right, let's go Chad, and then we'll go Joshua and Mom.
Hey, what's happening?
What's
Again.
up?
All
Hey, Leslie.
Hey Travis.
Hi.
right,
Any-
so the other deal we ended up terminating.
Okay.
The that we've been working on. He wouldn't budge on his price. So I ended up talking to my contractor, and she was like, "Well, I'm in a buy and hold season, so I'll buy it. If you decide, it's not there for you to fix and flip." So I'm like, "Okay, well, maybe we could flip this one and just take or wholesale it to her and take a little assignment fee and get something out of the deal."
Yep.
And then so she kind of told me what her max number would be, and I went to him, and he wasn't interested in moving on his price. So
Heck, come.
I explained to
Okay.
him, I'm like, you're headed towards foreclosure, and you're going to get nothing. So I'm trying to help you get something for both of these properties because he had two properties and they both had about 30 grand in taxes owed. So, but he didn't want no part of it. So I
Okay.
said, all right, well, I'll send you the termination paper and keep me in mind. If you change your mind, reach back out to me. So
What is your contractors? Does she like, man, kind of, if you got a buyer right there ready to buy, like, man, I would love to be able to get her something sooner rather than later.
yeah, she's pretty heavily invested in the date market, has been
Yeah.
for years. So she's been a fix and flipper for a long time. And how she got into, she said her general contracting business
Okay, baby.
just kind of spun out of that. So she
Yeah.
she started mentoring people and helping other investors get started. And then they needed help. So she just started putting crews together. And next thing you know, she had a full on, contracting business as well.
Yeah.
So she does a little bit of everything. So she buy and holds
Okay.
for herself. She fix and flips for herself. She also helps, tons of other people
Yeah.
as well. So I think
Okay.
she said she has like 6 crews that she runs.
Jeez.
Yeah, she's very cool to work with because I've worked with her on another deal with another investor. That's kind of how I met her.
Yeah.
So, and she's like, yeah, no problem. She's like, I'll walk properties with you anytime, no cost.
Okay.
Um, but when she threw that out there, I didn't even know she was a potential buyer. So then I'm like, man, how do I? Because she's like, I'll pay the taxes as long as you can get him down to like 12 grand. So he wouldn't
He
come off.
still won't do it?
No, he wouldn't do anything. He wouldn't come off 18. He's like, nope, 18. I was like,
That's the only way he
oh,
makes money, though. He
no,
doesn't make any
no,
otherwise.
no. He's tapped out on cash. He said when I walked the property with him. So that's why he's in the position he's in. He's out of money. He's out of funds. He keeps offering to help do the work. And I just explained to him, like, that's out of my control. Once the contractor gets it, just explain to him, like, you can't, I'm not hiring you to do the work.
Man,
Um,
I can't believe he won't take that. And you think, because there's a language barrier, and so just, I'm sure you've already
yeah,
done this, but just to make sure, like, it's crystal clear to him, he gets 0, or he can have this
yeah,
12. Like,
as much as I can tell. I mean, I explained to his son, who, I mean, he communicates very well. And
okay,
he's translating for us. And, I explained to him, I'm like, I talked to the the treasurer's office, and you're getting foreclosed on. They've been trying to foreclose on him, but they can't get him mailed for some reason. So she said they're escalating this now, probably now that I brought it to their attention. Um, so he's on that path, and I explained that to him, and they were like, "Nope."
man,
Wouldn't even like throw me out a number. So I was trying to get him to come down to 8 so I could kind of negotiate a wholesale fee in there and
yeah,
then get
yeah.
it to my contractor for 12. Um, then she was
Well,
comfortable
good
with the
try though,
contract.
man. I mean, at least you're thinking along the lines of how to still make the spread off of the deal and stuff. But man, if you're not working with somebody that has, I don't know what we would say, like there's no common sense to that. They don't, you can have the 8 or you can have nothing. Like, why wouldn't you take the 8?
Yeah.
Man, that's silly. So
I
that's
was,
why I had to ask. But
yeah, I was kind of stopped. Yeah, I was that there too. I'm like, well, I don't really know. I mean, he was just short and he was like, nope, no deal. Contract says 18. I was like, okay, I
like,
don't really know where else to go other than, it's not going to work for me. I've got a buyer for both of your properties and you're just going to have to, take something here. And
Okay. I mean, I don't, I'm trying to like think of a tip or trick, but I've had this several times with like sellers, and then I watch them lose their home. And we've watched one of them, like their family. He didn't tell his wife, and we watched their family leave
Oh
because they're
no.
just, you know, the
Yeah.
sheriff shows up and is like, we tacked this on the door, and I'm assuming the husband removed it, and then that family has to leave because of
Oh.
it. Now, not the case with this guy, right? It's vacant, it's a secondary home,
Yeah,
but like
these
it's
are
still silly. I
broken
don't
house.
get I don't get the purpose. We had an ego problem with this guy, and truthfully, I didn't help. Like I got mad because I was like, "What are you doing? Like you will leave in 2 weeks. Why are you not selling me this house?" And just got so hung up on the number. And I was like, I have done you didn't, I did. I was like, I have done you such a disservice in how I did this, because this is my like job, is to be able to communicate this correctly to you guys, save you from foreclosure, keep your family in your home. And I can't do that. You're going to lose it. And then he freaking lost it. And
Oh,
like he had two little kids, like, and
that's unfortunate.
it was, man. Anyway, you're in the same scenario.
Yeah.
Not that that
Yeah,
helps you, but it's
we've
frustrating.
been spinning our wheels here. So like I just talked to the treasurer. She just called me back to tell me there's no court cost associated with the back taxes. However, they will take, so we could do a payment plan, and I don't know if this kind of changes anything, but you have to put 20% down. So we would have to pay 6,000 up front, and then we could go on a payment plan. But at the end of the day, if we flipped it, then we would have to pass some of that on to the next buyer. But I don't know if I'm just rubbing two nickels to try to make a dime here.
I know. Okay. I don't know, man, because the money's still due, right? It's
Yeah,
not a reduction and it doesn't disappear. And
maybe.
so delaying it still puts it over like an exit. It's still kind of like a break even or something on an exit. I don't
Yeah.
know, man. I don't think I see
Money's
it
still
working
there for a
either.
buy and hold. I think kind of, but we've decided like where we're at, since we're so early on in our business, we need cash to fund the business. So we're looking at like, if we dump cash into this, there goes our marketing budget. And we were hoping to get a fix and flip, take that money, reinvest it into marketing to hopefully keep pushing the business forward.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wouldn't do a hold at this point. Like for most people, like your first deal, like now we can, if you get a super deep one, like we can hold it and make money off of it, like make 10 or 15 off of it
Mhm.
up front and get it to cash flow, but like not on this one. It's way too tight with too many flaws available for it. And so, and I don't want you to get stuck with something and have your own capital stuck into it some wonky way in the
I was
future.
trying to see if the owner finance route would work with it either, but
Not with that heavy of a rehab though, man. Like
yeah.
that's the issue. I'm not saying that it wouldn't work, because like we rarely have an owner finance deal that like just doesn't work. But the
Mhm.
problem with it is like it's your very first one and it's got a $70,000 rehab with variables in it. If it was
Yeah.
a $20,000 rehab, like I would be like, yeah, dude, like we'll make this work. We'll get us cash flow. We can get all your money out of it, no problem. Like, but I know the contractor sounds like she's great, but just I don't think that I can't comfortably say yes, because like the exit would probably be fine, like for you guys all based off the refinance, the taxes, doing the plan. But like even their payment plan, if you did cash flow 500 a month, I would imagine their payment plan is going to suck most of that from
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Um, and so, I don't think it's a good idea to buy a house that you're not going to do really well on, because you get stuck on this deal. You're
Mhm.
still marketing. Somebody calls you in a week from a letter and you're like, crap, I'm hung up in this freaking deal and I don't have the bandwidth to take on a new one. That's a good one. So,
Gotcha. Yep.
yeah.
Cool. Yep.
Sorry,
So
dude. I don't think so though, man.
no, we're
No,
good.
I don't.
Good
Unfortunately, I
learning.
don't think so.
Yeah. Good learning.
Well, I mean, you guys did great though. Like you found every piece of the deal now. Like you found every piece
Yeah.
except the house. And
Yeah.
so like you're good going forward now. So got the funding, got the contractor, like the marketing worked. So,
Yep.
now if the marketing made the funds tight, just sit tight, save up for it again, do it again.
Yep.
So
Okay. One more thing. So we got another win this morning. So the guy we manage, the short-term manage down in Kentucky, he messaged me with a potential deal. So he's got a lead on a house. And I want to kind of run it by you. I have it pulled up. I don't know if I can share my screen or
You
not.
should be able to
Should be able to.
Where's the screen share?
share the green button.
Yep, there we go. See if I
Oh,
can
you're
pull it
gonna have
over.
to tell it that
Nope,
screen.
desktop
Yeah.
too. Okay. Can you see it?
You got your tech lady there with you? So
Yeah. Talking me through things.
He's
I can't see anything yet, man.
Oh, I
You
gotta hit the
click on
button.
it. Yeah, there you go.
Now we
All right.
can.
Okay. So
Whoa.
yeah, so it's not, they're wanting 330. We were thinking 300. So he approached me with this as like a partnership type deal. And then out of talking with him, I didn't know this, but he told me, kind of explained to him what we had going on, and he's another potential hard money lender. So he said, if he goes, don't ever let money get in the way of a deal for you because I have cash. So I was like, oh, good to know. Didn't even know that. So he was looking at this and he reached out to me. He said, hey, I didn't know if you'd want to go partner with me on this. So currently here's exactly what I look for, kind of log style, tiny, kind of a tiny home, but it's 3-bed. It says 2-bath. I can't find the second bath. Already set up, but here's the kicker. He's got a long-term renter in there and it's cash flowing. I mean, he's renting it for almost $2,000 a month right now
$2,000. Okay.
with a long-term tenant that wants to re-up his lease this summer. So it's on the lake. It's right. I mean, we know the ins and outs. It's across the lake. So the lake's over behind these trees. So it does have like lake access. Could be a potential good short term. I think it could double the revenue as a short term versus what it's doing as long term. But his idea was to just buy it, secure it, re-up this guy's lease, and then kind of if we want to turn it back into a short-term rental after he's done, I would get to manage it. But he was kind of, I was trying to figure out how to go about this as a partnership type of thing. If you had any
Okay. Yeah.
good, bad.
Okay. Any idea what he wants you to do from a
So
partnership?
we talked either going, cash, like splitting cash, or me doing kind of sweat equity. Because I told him, I said, I don't want to tie all my cash up in, a rental right now with what we're trying to do, until I have it to dump. But he said, well, I'm more than happy we can work out an agreement with you doing sweat equity and I'll bring the cash. And you can
Yeah.
you can have all the hands-on management. You can run it. I'll stay hands-off. And I'll just be the silent investor at that point. But he'd be the property owner, and then we would just have a percentage agreement. It makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, I have some questions on that, but I would look at that side of it. I wouldn't be putting like if you get the opportunity to participate in income revenue generating in the real estate business, like with this guy and with no money put into it, but you can earn, I would do that because it sounds like you got a pretty wealthy guy here. And he's just like, hey, this makes sense. We know the market. You guys do great for me on managing it. Like, why don't we just do the same thing here? And so, and I'll go into the route of like what that would look like. But man, I would definitely do that and I would keep my money out of it for sure. And just overdo like the sweat equity piece that you can do for them and overly serve them. Like you guys are probably phenomenal at that as it is, and just overdo the customer service side of it. So, okay, that's the beginning of it. Okay. Because dude, you could just manage it. You could property manage it, bump the rent to the market rent if that's not it. Take 10% of that. You could make another 200 or 250 a month, right here for probably not doing a lot. And then when that tenant vacates, either you turn it into a short term or you just continue to property manage it. And then you do a great job and you say, hey, dude, you want to buy another one? And we just keep doing it.
Keep
Right, like
snowballing.
you can just use this as your income generation that will allow you to go buy houses by yourselves and on your own. So that's my 2 cents on it, though.
Yeah, that was my initial gut was yeah, if he's willing to do that, yeah, let's go that route.
Sounds
And
like he is, right? I
yeah,
mean,
he partners with like his brother. He's got a couple other buddies that they do this. I mean, so he's very familiar with like partnering up with people. He has no problem with it, and he reached out to us right away and was like, "Hey, want to go in on this with me?" And so we just got to talk, and I was like, "Tell me about it. You know, what do you want to do?" And he threw it out, and he's like, "Well, you know, if your cash is tied up, I'm cool with you doing sweat equity." And I'm like, "Well, that sounds pretty good too."
yeah. Hey, your
So
cash is always tied up, just so you know.
yeah, right.
All right.
That makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah. My capital is deployed right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep.
Whether you got it or not, man, keep that,
That's the
especially
plan.
when you get to like work with people like this, because sometimes like you guys will encounter people. And so, and I got off a call a few minutes ago with, I don't know why, well, I do know why they wanted to talk to us, but like, with some people that one guy had exited a company for 3.1 billion. And they want to work with other people for like very specific reasons, like that you may or may not know. And so I would keep this relationship going, man. And if he wants to buy that one, by all means, man, let him deploy it, serve the crap out of him, do him good. And, I think you guys can easily property manage it and then create a vision for the future. And I think that's all you'll need to do, like to take it over. Because wealth needs people to like manage their wealth. And essentially you're doing that at this point. And then eventually you're the wealthy people that need somebody to serve it over time. And so, yeah, man, do the property management, structure a deal of what it would look like when it comes vacant and what you think it could do and generate in the revenue. And that's what you will do for them. And you paint the future vision of how you'll be earning him another $1,000 or $2,000 a month in a year or two. So,
Okay. So while I'm thinking of it,
yeah.
trying to think of a creative way to structure this partnership where I'm not considered a property manager because the state of Kentucky requires a broker's license in order to do property management. So
Okay.
for me to be a long-term property manager there, I would have to get a license, get on with a broker that does property management, and then they would actually technically hold the contract. I don't want to do that. So
Okay.
do you have any kind of ideas of how, like, what type of partner I could be considered where
Yeah.
I'm like,
I mean, you could just call
I
it
hold
like
like a percent equity or something in the property. And
yeah, if you want to own equity, I think don't lose him with asking for equity in the deal though.
okay, maybe not. Maybe that's wrong. Like trying to figure out like how can I just be a partner on the deal, but my duties are going to be to quote unquote manage it. I'm just not be considered a property manager for the company. For
Yeah. And I don't know all the specific rules, but like I would just do admin agreement or a consulting agreement with him. And so to where like, hey, I'm just going to be your administrative assistant on this property. So
okay, that seems like a logical workaround.
yeah, or a consultant, like because I get hired out, like I will take like consulting jobs is what we'll
Okay,
call them. Every now and again for people, and like, I'll go raise a couple $1 million for a guy's deal, and I'm a consultant and for it, and they'll pay me like a percentage or they'll give me equity in the deal, whatever it might be for the value that I add. Same thing with what you were doing. You're
gotcha.
going to be adding value to it. Just avoid the property management side of things. Like if that comes up with him, I would just be like, hey man, we got to work around. We're not going to go that route. So we'll just take care of the property for you. So
Sounds good. I like it.
yeah, yeah, nice and
Yeah.
simple, man.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome, man. So you got this since we've known you got that guy you're getting to work with. You got a real nice fee that you're collecting from him. You got another one developing here. Like you got your deals you got a deal under contract. You got all your stuff that worked out. The deal just fell through. This is great, man. That's
Yeah.
well done, dude. Very well
Thanks. Yeah, it's cool to see. It gives us hope.
done. Yeah,
Gives
yeah.
us hope.
We all need it. We all
Yeah,
need that
yeah.
hope,
Just
man.
give me something that shows me this works. So yeah.
Well, well done, guys. Anything else on that?
I'm good. Do you have anything? Nope.
Leslie, good?
Thanks,
Cool.
Travis.
Thank you.
Pleasure, guys. Okay, 10-minute warning here for me. So, and if anybody, so Joshua, Andrea, let's go to you guys next. And I know you guys just joined, so drill me with questions, please. And then if anybody on here has homework that I could take and do for them, and then either send them a video, voice memo, analyze a deal, whatever I could do for you, I'll take that and go do that. I have a lunch meeting that's like 20 minutes away that I have to have a hard stop. So the floor is yours. Go right ahead.
Well, I guess we have we have a few questions. I guess the first one would be, obviously we're not there yet since we're like 2 days in and we're just the goals book and everything, but like
Uh,
we don't have any money. So I guess what we're wondering is like, how exactly do we raise the capital? I mean, I heard, if I'm not mistaken, I heard you say that you would help us raise the money, or if that's not the case, then how would we raise the money? Like you got to start with somewhere, and obviously you need some money.
yeah.
I think that's our
So
biggest fear that's held us back with
yeah,
anything for years is I don't have money except to like do the program and then okay now what am I gonna do? You know,
yeah,
um
yeah,
and I think too is right now, just like you said, everybody gets overwhelmed. So I know I'm overwhelmed. And then he just said, oh my gosh, this is so much to think about. So I think, as we go through the videos, we did what, 4 last night?
Yeah.
So we're going to move through those and we ordered the book. So now we're just,
cool.
listening,
Yeah,
taking it all in.
yeah. Keep taking it all in and try to fight our human nature of like the new things feeling overwhelming. Okay. Just try to do that. It's gonna knock on your door, right? Like God isn't the one telling you like, hey, this is easy, right? This is like, you can do this, right? Like the other guy tells you can't do the stuff, right? And so try to stay away from those thoughts the best that you can, and just know that you're going to have them. Okay. That's part one. All right. Now let's talk about money. So, when it comes to that side of things, you guys will see it. You will start to believe it over time. But today, when we don't have any money and we've never raised it before and we've never done a deal, we don't really believe it to be true that people will just send us money. And so, but let me just point out one thing that ironically just happened. Did you hear how Chad and Leslie just said, hey, never worry about money, we got you? So that's one random human being in this entire universe that just happens to say they will fund anything that they ever need. Those people exist everywhere, literally everywhere. You're just not looking for them today. And so now let me take it and make it easier. So we have people inside of the group that will fund your deals. Okay. So whenever you get a deal, just go to the community, and I'm not promising you that they will fund it, but I will say we've never not had one funded, ever, ever. 10 years, I've never not had a transaction funded, not one time. So, okay. So there's private people like Chad had said, but there's also institutions like Kiavi. Okay. So they are my like institutional lender. So they've got $10 billion they loan out to people just like all of us here. And so inside of the training, you guys are going to hit a point to where I'm going to tell you, hey, go to Kiavi's website, fill out this information, go ahead and get stood up with them. You're going to put in a dummy deal that you don't have under contract, but it's going to put you into their system so the day you have a deal, you can easily get the deal funded through them. Okay. Yeah. And they'll fund up to $10 million of our deals, of mine, like in my company. So I doubt you guys are going to start at 10 million, but you'll probably start at 1 or 3 million that they will fund up to for you. So bunch of different avenues. You guys will develop relationships over time, because eventually, while today in most people's minds, they think, I'm never gonna ask somebody for money, ever, never. I could never get myself to do that. And so in the future, you will start to understand that people want to invest in real estate. and you're the one with the opportunity that they're looking for. And so that it's an incredible thing when that mind shift really happens. And so that'll be your first thing. Second thing is we just have private lenders in here. Third thing is you can always go to the institution and get their money.
Great. One other thing was I've been in the financial world for years, since I graduated. So it's like 30 years now, but on the risk management side. So I can risk anything, not from an insurance standpoint, but risk and controls. So
Yeah.
I have to know regulations. I have to know how to assess compliance and all that, and identify um, risks and controls for everything in banking and in financial SEC type organizations. The reason why I say that is because what I'm about to say is sounds ridiculous to most people, but I don't do finance. I'm on the business analytical side of things. I don't make deals. I don't know all the terminology. I understood our mortgage when we first did it, but you guys are throwing around terms that I have no idea. So is some of this terminology in the training?
Yeah. It all is.
Okay. We just haven't got there yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
when
'cause
you're
everybody
on
just-
by day, what Joshua, write this down for me. By
Yeah.
day, you're on day 2. By day, I don't know, man. Let's put it a little bit further out. If by day 62, 95% of this stuff doesn't make a ton of sense, like then let's start spending like a lot of time together. Okay. Like you're this stuff is really going to click because it's repetitive. Like
Right.
what you're going to learn, it's a system. We don't do 100 different things. We do a couple things repetitively very well over and over and over again. Because you heard me say that too. If you guys heard what I was telling Joshua, so he lives like kind of local here to me. And what he's done is what he is doing, he's just going to do that same thing forever. Like that's it. He'll get into other cool stuff and, do really well for himself because of how his mind works and how all of your minds work. But the uh getting wealthy is pretty boring, in my opinion. It's doing the same thing for long periods of time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, some of it I got, but then I'm like, well, how do I know if I got that right? So like I know that there are some definitions of some of the words that I want to go make sure. I have no idea, like I know what wholesale means, but I don't know what it means
Yeah.
in housing. I don't know what some of the other stuff was.
Well,
I
always
just
bring it
make
to me too. Always bring
yeah,
it to me and let me answer it for you. You can Google it too. Okay. But sometimes Googling's like watching the news. It's just terrifying. And
yeah,
so, do your thing, do your research, but always use me. Okay. Like you guys paid for my time, use it.
okay.
Like, and I'll guide you through it. Like, because so much of this is like mindset. Like
Mhm.
everything, like I could almost give people that training and never talk to you, and I'll have a ton of people have success. But like typically what these calls are for is like I'm going to get you through some things and I want to hold you accountable too. But like it's almost me just getting you through your own self to the other side of where
Yeah.
you want to be.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I guess I do have, so back to like the money question. Once we raise that and everything, obviously this is probably a more detailed question than I'm making it because it's going to be more high level, but like
Yeah,
at
it's
what
okay.
point do you like, you have the money, you're starting investing it, you're seeing some money come back, whether that's through like the down payment, the cash flow, a refinance, whatever that may be. At what point do you say I can take some of this money and put it into my pocket, like to start like living with and living on, and also some of this has to go to the next deal and the next deal and that. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. How do you know?
yeah, how do you know when you can like take some? Because like right now I'm just like making a part-time job, and obviously it's going to take time to make money, so I'm not necessarily concerned there. But I would love to be like see a point where it's like, okay, I can start making some money, and then I can also start putting it in deals.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes that can be separate, or it should be separate.
Yeah. I mean, man, it's a mixed question and it depends, but I'll tell you, I have a system. It's called Profit First. It's an accounting system. and it will
Mhm.
literally tell you what you can and cannot do. So
Okay.
we can always default to that. But one of the things that is really important to me is that when you make money in this business, that you take some of it and do something with it. Don't
Mhm.
sit on it. Like, don't just sit on, like, if you were to make 10 grand, I don't know, take 5% and 10, like, because I know you guys are growing your businesses, right? So, like, every dollar should go back into your business. Like, that's what we're told, right? That's what, like, the buzz scale, put it back into your business. Like,
Yeah.
okay, like, that sounds fine. But like, I would always encourage people to peel off like 5 or 10% and just do something that you enjoy. Like, there's a really good book. If you all like to read, there's a book called Die with Zero. And
Mhm.
it has shifted my mindset because I'm an investor. Like, I'm not a go make $1 million guy. Like, that's not my like thing. And so for me, when you're just an investor, then everything's in the future. And so, but you got to be present because if I go spend my money, man, I get off on some random things. But let me finish this thought because I like this one. Is like if I go spend my money when my kids are 30 and I give them the coolest trip that we've ever went on, we take a private jet, we go to Africa, like all these cool places, whatever. Or if I do things with them, like we go, I don't know, on a drive to the mountains and get to spend a couple days together, and that trip only costs $1,000, but they're 5 years old, way more meaningful than when they were 30. And so, like, you can't get those times back. And so, for me, it's important to celebrate along the way, tithe, and celebrate along the way. And so, you can't outgive God; He'll outgive you every time. And so, you will never get those experiences back because Mom knows this. Look how old he is now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
and that's what we did. Even when we saw some really bad health situations and um, unemployment. And I can tell you, it was like, oh, we're going to lose our house. And it was like, no, we had savings, but like you said, the devil gives you fear, and you can only see reality because your payment, your bills are right there. But I will tell you that we kept tithing and God came through, and we always had a job at the last minute. We always was able to do stuff. And I always put something aside, even if it meant during the week sacrificing something. But we went on a small trip for 2 days up to Vermont, which is about 3 hours away. And believe me, it might have only been 2 days
hmm
by a brook, but I tell you, that's what they remember more than the Disney trip that we
Yeah,
eventually took.
yeah,
So I agree with you, and that's great advice to keep giving people. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I think it's important, but and that's a really cool like piece that you just shared too, because like money doesn't buy the happiness, the time does. So um, but yeah, Joshua, I mean, I think, man, you can have some fun when you make money, buddy. Like it's fine. You party a little bit, when you make money, but when you lose money is when you ponder and that you get smarter. Okay, so like you're gonna have ups and downs in your businesses, but like I'm telling you, the times you lose, times you get kicked in the face, it's when you're actually becoming who you need to become.
Yep.
Mhm.
It just sucks.
Yeah, it
It
does.
just it just sucks, but man, you'll never get to where you want to go unless you have these insurmountable looking problems that you have to conquer. So,
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, he's been
yeah.
along all the way for all our things in our life. And honestly, I think for my two boys, it's been those things and trials that have gotten what, like your brother said in his graduations, um, not speech, but something that he had to write. He was like, my faith is the most important thing. And I've seen dad and mom go through everything. So if they can go through everything leaning on God, then he's like, well, I can too.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I have pretty much confidence that he's like that. So we'll just
Yeah.
keep going. That's what we do. And we're very grateful that we found you, and you can help us through. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I've looked at
Super.
people for years and never put any money into it. So I was just like, you know what? Um, I don't know what it was, but something made me want to trust that this was something that we should do and just go for it and trust in God and trust you. So
Yeah. Well, thank you for saying that. It didn't have nothing to do with me. So, but I appreciate you saying that. So, well, guys, I'm gonna run to my stuff. If anybody has anything additional, please shoot me a message. Give me some homework. Jake just shot me something. So, Jake, get me whatever you need to, and I'll take care of it for you, man. And then Alejandro's on tonight, guys. So Alejandro, so a couple new people here. Alex is Alejandro, okay? So he is a guy, he's been in here 2 years. He's left his W-2. He's doing more deals than I am per month, and I need his voice in here because he's doing things better in some areas than I'm even doing it. So enjoy the call with him tonight. But if you guys need anything from me, you let me know and I will get it to you before then.
Do we just message you through Facebook? Is that what you mean? Or like through
Yeah, yeah, dude. You can message me, man. I mean, I prefer the Facebook group so that like other people can answer. But if it's ever private, yeah, man, just
Okay.
come right at me.
Okay.
So
Awesome.
cool. All right,
Thank
guys. See y'all. Hope you have a great day.
You
You
too.
too.
Bye-bye.